A, B, C. Oh.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
H, I, J, K, M, N, N, O, P.
I love it. I'm dyslexic, so that could be right.
M, N, N, O?
M, N, N, O.
Okay. Hello and welcome to the U Up Podcast. I'm Jared Freed, and today's very special co-host is Tess Tregellas. Thank you for coming on the show.
I'm very excited to be here.
Tess is a comedian, actor, improviser, storyteller, BETCHES, face that you've seen on all the platforms.
Yeah.
You work here at BETCHES. You do all the content here.
Yep.
What's going on in your life? How are you?
I'm good.
That sounded bad. Are you good? I don't think you can repeat "I'm good" twice
and
have anyone believe you. What's wrong? Tell us.
I've had like a couple bads, and so now I know I'm about to be on the good. The most recent bad is my childhood dog died today.
Oh no!
I know. So I don't want to bring the mood down, but when you
today,
yeah, like last night. I
this
know.
Is when we're booking you.
No, I know.
You didn't take the day.
But here's the thing.
What are we doing here?
Here's the thing, though.
BETCHES?
I had my moment, and I've had 4 bad things. So now 4 good things are gonna come to me.
Right.
The universe owes me.
You are
because
owed.
I am owed. So
you're in debt, or the universe is in debt to you.
Exactly.
Listen, maybe we can help cheer you up with other people's problems,
I
because
would
that's what we
love
do
that.
here. So everyone go follow Tess Tregellas at Tess Treg. Hilarious, so funny. You're going to love everything that Tess does. So the dog passed. How did it die?
It was just old, you know.
Old dog. Okay, old dog is a little bit easier to come back
very
from.
sweet, and like
Name? What's the dog's name?
Wilson.
Wilson.
I know.
Wilson the dog.
Wilson.
Did he have a shaggy beard?
He was a lab. Just
Wilson the lab.
like a pure lab, so beautiful.
To let people behind the curtains, we had to we did this a little bit on the fly. We needed an episode. Tess stepped up here at the office, and they were like,
And I just
we'll
like
have
to-
a fun time with Tess. And I'm like, how are you? She's like, dog dead.
I'm a good vibe, no
You are a
matter
good vibe.
what. And dog dead, I show up.
There we go.
And I'm here to bring up the vibes.
Thank
with
you.
sadness.
Well, you're in a relationship. We want to get
I
to know
am.
you before we get into this. You're in a relationship. How long?
A year and almost a year and a half.
Year and a half.
Yeah.
Okay. How'd you meet?
So I did this bit where I was running around in a wedding dress.
I remember this. You
Yeah.
were running around in a wedding dress.
I couldn't get enough of it. I needed attention, and I got it. And he saw the video and came to one of my shows. And the first time he saw me was in this wedding dress.
You did a show. It was like a one-woman show
Yes.
based on I'm throwing my own wedding. Is that what it was?
I did
Right.
a fake spoof wedding. It was like chaos. And I was the bride who just like was trying to do all the things with like no money. So I had like fake doves that like meant to fly, but obviously were fake. So they just like fell. It was just
Right.
like very, very shticky. But he also went to my high school. So like we knew of each other. So then he saw this video and was like coming to New York to move here and was like, oh, I'm going to meet that girl. So he came to my show.
So he moved here from your hometown and said, I'll go find her?
Kind of. He moved from San Francisco. So he
Where are you
grew
from?
up Connecticut.
Okay.
We grew up in Connecticut together. He moved to San Francisco, lived there for a while. And then we followed each other. And then when he moved back to New York, he was like, I'm going to go to the show. And he was supposed to go on a date that night and then canceled to come to my show.
It's a beautiful story. I like it.
Thank you.
The thing that I'm like zoning in on is like we live in this world of like you can meet anyone. You can go on the app and meet anyone
Right.
of any town. You can switch your town to make it so you can date in Austin or wherever you want to go. And we find that a lot of stories, not to like diminish your story, not to say it's not its own original tale, but a lot of people go, we went to the same high school, we knew the same people, we knew the same street signs, we had the same teachers in 3rd grade, and there's something that familiarity gets the ball rolling in a different way, causes a connection to start in the way that maybe you need it these days, where
Yeah.
meeting someone out of the blue and nowhere doesn't really get you there.
I do think like that added to the excitement of it because it was like, oh my God, he was very cool in high school. And I was like, oh my God, he's coming to my show. Like, it felt very and I also knew his reputation. I do think if like a random person came to my show and was like, she's going to be my wife, I'd be like, ooh, interesting. But like, I knew.
Did he come to your show saying she's going to be my wife?
Well, he does now.
That's the way you see it.
That's the way I do.
He's like, I just went to see some hot chick from my high school. You're like, he came with the ring.
He came with the ring.
He put it back in his pocket.
In a wedding dress. All I'm saying is like, I manifested.
It is funny. This is such a, like, to me, like I was in a wedding dress. I'm crazy. It's like, no, you were doing a fun show.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
And but I do think I was on dates before that where I told a guy that and I could immediately see him being like, this is never going to happen.
Really?
Yes.
You're like, this is my one, this is the show I'm doing. I'm doing a wedding dress show. It's a fake wedding.
Yeah.
And they were like, on her mind, I'm going to bail.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. And then you get the side hug and you get the like, it was really nice to meet you. And I was like, cool. But
How was dating for you? What did you enjoy dating? Were you I need to get out of this hellhole? What's your dating perspective?
I went through, I think at first it was very frustrating because I have this like very hopeless romantic fantasized view. And
Oh really?
Yeah.
You mean to tell me the girl who said that my boyfriend showed up with a wedding ring at my show and wants to marry me has a romantic view of things? Okay.
I'm very hopeless romantic, but I also think once I accepted that about myself and I was just kind of like, this is who I am.
Yeah.
The minute I stopped like playing coy of like, maybe he'll notice me was when I felt like dating was fun. When I was like, this is it, take it or leave it. Bye.
Okay.
So I think that's
a good advice for people out there.
Yeah.
Again, like there is like a butt for every seat. There's a someone for, there's a foot for every shoe. You could do this in a million different ways. And it's like, it is funny that these little tiny things that we get written in about, or the things I hear from women, the cries of a million women that I hear every week, a lot of them I'm like, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
A lot. I think guys are way more, way easier, more, I think like it's very simple.
It is very simple.
Yeah.
And I am an overthinking, people-pleasing, hopeless romantic. There's a lot going on
What a combo.
here.
I mean, that's a great t-shirt you should make.
It is.
Say that sentence again 7 times fast.
What did I say?
You just said it in a way. Can we do a rewind on the edit?
I am an overthinking, people-pleasing, hopeless romantic.
What you just said was like expialidocious. That was the superfragilistic expial. That was Mary Poppins shit you just did.
It is, and I'm magical. So it is a whole thing. I also just think it's like I learned to handle myself and like someone else will too.
Yeah.
It's pretty, because I'm so chill.
That's another t-shirt.
Girl.
I've learned to handle myself, someone else will too. You're full of merch ideas today.
Oh my God.
So we have some emails. It's a Friday Feels. We would love for you to subscribe to the show. Let us know in the comments how you are, how you're feeling, how you feel the episode is going. I think it's going great so far. Tess,
I'm having a great time.
Walked in with dead dog energy and then brought it, okay? The dog is dead, but not Tess. She's bringing it today.
I know I'm bringing it.
Rest in peace, Wilson. Shout out, Wilson. We're going to do the episode. We have an email. We have a red flag or deal breaker. What I want you to do is, one, subscribe to the benefits. We are doing updates with Jordana, our co-host. She's on maternity leave. She will be back. We're going to get updates, and you can hear Jordana and I, the banter that we have that you have come to love, I assume, if you like this show. That's on the benefits episode sign up. $5 a month. Gets you 2 extra episodes a month. It gets you early access to the episodes. No ads. That's fun. And then I'm on the road. This is going to come out. I'm going to Salt Lake City, Utah, Tempe, Arizona. I've never been to Tempe, Arizona. I'm excited.
I don't know where that is.
You don't know. Well, Tempe has a reputation of the Tempe Improv, like is a known good club.
Cool.
These clubs that you hear about that are like, that's a good one. I've heard that's a good one. So I'm excited to do it. I'm also going to be in LA, Los Angeles. I'm coming to La La Land. I don't do that often. I'm going to do one night only, part of the Netflix is a Joke Festival. Very excited for it. Also, I have a book.
What?
The book, yes. Walking
know
Red
that.
Flag. It is coming out in June. We are in pre-order, okay? What does that mean? That means I said to my dad one day, I go, pre-order is how you get on the New York Times bestseller list. My dad, this was his reaction. I go, hey, Dad, if I do pre-order well, I can get on the New York Times bestseller list. He goes, he had a full choke. He couldn't believe that I was even saying
New York Times.
New York Times bestseller. I want to. So now it has become my goal to be a New York Times bestselling author, which would be crazy because I've never even read a book. So like that would be like insane. So I want you to go pre-order Walking Red Flag. I will say this: the feedback that I have gotten has been actually touching. Like it is from women who are like, I actually, V, you've read some of it.
So good.
And V, you know, it's not like I pay V. I do actually sometimes. So the feedback has been that this makes dating more fun for me. This is like a really cool look at a vulnerable man that's not pandering. So I think that's hard to find these days. I think a lot of the dating advice from straight men is pandering, or it is them being a total piece of shit. I am walking the I do have a woman's voice in it. I put this through women purposely. So I have a ghostwriter, Taylor Phillips, who's like a hilarious comic. She writes for John Oliver. Like,
cool.
As far as resume items, that is like the top of top comedy writers you could be. We met with each other. We had this great vibe. I was like, I want to tell you these stories, and I want to make sure that you can give me feedback on these stories to like, you know, I want to be called out. I don't want to just be me, you know, man talking from cloud telling women what to do. And this is for everybody. You don't have to be a woman to read this book. You want to be inclusive, but I can only speak from my point of view. So Taylor, we created this like character, Vera, who like talks back to me, like asks me questions. So like the book is kind of like a back and forth a little bit. There's personal stories. I get very personal in a way that I can't be on a podcast. So yeah, Walking Red Flag, that's my commercial. So let me just, are we ready to do the emails?
Yes, I'm so excited to read your book.
I'm pumped to have you here. Oh, and for you to read my book. Tess Treg. Red flag or deal breaker? This is the game that's sweeping the country. I don't know if you know about it. Yeah,
I've heard about it.
You're dating someone, one thing happens. It's either a red flag, you see it, you notice it, you stay with it, or it's a deal breaker. You end it sight unseen. You ready?
Yep.
Dear J&J and T, longtime listener here, though. Through boyfriends, breakups, hot girl summers, situationships, and most recently an engagement, I have been chosen. Look at that.
Chosen.
That's such a funny way to put it.
I know.
I know you're a hopeless romantic when you heard chosen. You're like, oh.
It's like pick me, choose me, love me. And then he said, yeah. You know what I mean?
It puts so much responsibility on the guy.
God forbid you have a responsibility.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't want that. I don't. Chosen. That doesn't. But that can mean, because to me, I know I love chocolate doesn't mean fuck vanilla. But I've been chosen. It makes it sound like all these other women. I was like, nah, I don't choose you. Like I'm not that.
Yeah, but we kind of love that.
I know. I'm hoping you can help me settle a score with my fiance. Okay, we will help a chosen woman settle a score with her fiance. Sounds like the marriage is going to be great.
Yeah.
I'm 33, he's 36. We met on a dating app and have been together about 3 years. While we have a fun, happy, healthy relationship, early on, he randomly told me he thought I was an 8 out of 10 hot. A solid 8 out of 10. Ay.
He doubled down?
Yeah, you can't say
You
solid.
can't say solid. Also,
Yo, you're a solid 8 out of 10.
Someone called me solid, I'd be like, you think I'm fat? Get out.
Right, solid, no.
It's like big boned, you know? And you're like, hold on. Okay.
Yeah, you could play like linebacker.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like solid. You're like a brick house. You're totally like a slab of concrete. Words, sounds, even if they don't mean solid, 8 out of 10 does sound like you are a brick shit house. It doesn't sound like it means the 8 is a solid 8.
Exactly.
I get what he's saying because I'm Rosetta Stone. I can speak this language, which he still maintains today, even after I've teased him about it. His reasoning, it's a good rating. Oy. It is a good rating in a world where romanticism doesn't exist.
Yeah.
We might have the wrongest guest of all time.
Truly.
To take this guy's side
I
in
know.
any form, considering the magic that you want to happen.
Yeah.
I know I can turn a few heads at the local Denny's, but I'm no Margot Robbie or J-Lo, yet he sticks by that definitely above average rating she wrote in quotes. That means he said definitely above average. Okay, first of all, 8 out of 10 is way more above average.
Yeah, but
even to say it that way, now you've downed.
It's like
now you've gone to weak 8 out of 10, not solid.
It's solid. Yeah. Jeez. Okay.
And honestly, it's making me wonder if the person you love can't be your number one hype person. What are we even doing here? Fair. So please, J&J and T, is unwelcome honesty about your attractiveness a red flag or a deal breaker? Many thanks, a sort of beautiful bride.
A sort of
Tough
beautiful bride?
sign off. Yeah, so what do you think? Your partner says to you, Tess, you're like an 8 out of 10, which is pretty good.
I would be hurt by that for sure.
Right.
I would be like, and then double down solid, definitely average. Don't
Let's
get me
play
wrong.
that out. I'm sorry to interrupt. Let's play
Please.
that out.
If you said a solid,
Tess, oh man, you look great tonight. You're like an 8 out of 10. No. A solid
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
I would say
It doesn't sound good in any way. There's no good way to repeat it.
And it sounds like it's like a backhanded compliment. My immediate thing would be to be like, okay, if I'm an 8 out of 10, you're a 6 out of 10. You want to play this game? Like it becomes mean.
I don't like even that game. Like, because that game isn't honest. Because you know, when it comes to your girlfriend, when it comes to your significant other, they are something magical to you.
Exactly. And
to put it in context of like how the world would feel about you, as if you're a slice of pizza on the Barstool tour of pizza slices.
Yes.
That's kind of what he's doing. And this is why I don't like the bit.
He needs it. Yeah. It becomes very mean very quickly. Also, women in our heads, we know, she said it herself. I know I'm not Margot Robbie. That's her ideal of a 10 out of 10. But his ideal of a 10 out of 10 has to be her.
Right.
He needs to say she's beautiful so many times that she starts to believe it.
Well,
she should never write a sort of beautiful bride. Never.
Well, it's funny. Like if it's funny if the way she wrote the beginning of this email is exactly what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
She says that I have an engagement. She writes, longtime listener here, through boyfriends, breakups, hot girl summers, situationships, and most recently an engagement. I've been chosen. Now, if we broke down I've been chosen, it would sound ridiculous. We'd go, who's the guy that chose you? And then she'd bring over this dumpy dude with cargo shorts on, and we'd be like, that's not chosen.
Yeah.
We'd be like, chosen by who? This loser? But we don't do that. She is living in the magic. She's going, I've been chosen.
Right.
This guy wanted me. Of all the other women he could have had, he chose me, even though he had no other choices.
Right.
You know,
but
so
I do think that even though she jokes with him about it, you know, she's like, like he's doubling down on it. She's joking with him. I think she has to be like, this really hurts me.
Yeah.
You need to stop. And then he'll be like, oh shit. If you want him to change, you have to be like, I'm hurt. This isn't funny.
He needs like conversational coaching.
Yeah.
Because what he's saying, he's got, there's a long way back from this. Like, he can't just say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. You have to say, no, I made a huge mistake. Like, he'd have to go to her, because here's what he's doing. And I've noticed this is happening for a lot of men. I don't like it. You know, Dave Portnoy, who has built a huge, unbelievable media company. You can't deny that. Mm-hmm. The pizza reviews that he does are a fun video to watch. They are absolutely wonderful. You go to these weird haunts and he does his personality and it's fun, and he kind of plays the part of, you know, snobby media mogul. Mm-hmm. I would say that Dave Portnoy is playing Vince McMahon. Like, he is WWE to its core, which I respect. I love the bit. I would say if I met Dave Portnoy, I would say the bit would probably be, like, in person, a little bit less than that. I don't think he's actually that in person, but I think he plays it really well, because every scandal, every article, everything, he is the annoying CEO, which I think is great. What I see is a lot of men of a certain type will try to copy the bit. You know, they'll say it's a 7.6. They'll say, and I'll get asked of this. People will say, well, you know, I used to make fun of charcuterie boards. Right. And then people say, well, what do you rate it? And I would go, I don't rate it. I talk about it. I'm a wordsmith. I'm a guy, I like to put a pen to paper. I like to have fun describing it and comparing it to things in my life and putting together a poem of sorts. Yeah. Does that make me a douchebag? Maybe, but in a different way than Dave Portnoy. I'm not trying to do his bit. This, to me, when you say you're an 8 out of 10, but it's solid, you are trying to play someone else's bit.
Ooh, that's interesting.
And I don't buy it, don't think it's interesting, don't think it's funny. Don't think you are deserving of going the route of mogul CEO because you're not.
Yeah.
That's where it falls apart. When you're
Yes.
Dave Portnoy and you have, a $50 million house and you go, the pizza slice, 7.3. It's funny in its core. This isn't funny. This isn't even entertaining.
It's also just don't rate women, period.
Right. Well,
Like,
we all rate somebody. I don't rate women. I mean, we used to do this thing on my podcast called the area code method, and it was because it was very college. Okay, I will admit,
This is very college.
This
Being
is
like,
very
my
college.
girlfriend's a solid 8 out of 10. Solid
Right.
8 out of 10.
Right. You can't
Like,
past the age
what?
of 22. You go. Dude, you know we live in the real world now, right?
Honey,
we used to do an area code method, and it was because it was a buddy of mine that I went abroad with. He had the area code method. Face, body, personality, which is actually more progressive than solid 8 out of a 10, in my opinion. You're including the personality.
Yes, and there are more words. Women love words. Numbers, not interested. Tell me I'm eloquent, beautiful, pulchritudinous. That's an absolutely stunning word to describe.
Repeat that word.
Pulchritudinous. It means beautiful.
Really?
It sounds ugly, but it means beautiful.
No, I'm into it.
Pulchritudinous. Make it abstract. Why are we getting 8 out of 10?
Yeah, look her in the eye, be like, you're Paul Gratuity.
Yeah.
Is it Paul
Pulchritudinous.
Pulchritudinous?
She has a pulchritudinous smile or something. Like, it's
I
just
love those
beauty.
pulcher titties.
Yeah, exactly. That would be better than 8 out of 10.
Right. Like 8 out of 10 is brutal. It's
just-
bad. I mean, he should hear this because not only does he sound bad to women, but he sounds like a hack to men.
Yes.
So like, that's what I'm telling you as a guy. Like if he was like, the area code method isn't much better, but I do think I would always say men or women can use it. Like if a woman said, "Yeah, I'm dating a guy. He's a 5'7", like a lot of men would go.
Oh, I get it. So like I get it.
Face, body,
Yep,
personality.
yep.
If they were like 5'7", 9", a lot of guys would go, "Yeah, I tricked you into this with my great personality."
And I think personality can change a score, if you will.
Right.
But no matter what, you're a 10 out of 10.
Just get rid of the numbers.
Get rid of the
it doesn't
numbers.
help you.
He needs to grow out of 8 out of 10 and change into my beautiful wife. That's what you got to do.
Well,
Grow
now
up.
It sounds like a lie. I think for him to come
But
back
he
from
doesn't
this,
think she's ugly. He's not lying.
this is such a mistake.
Such a mistake.
That I think it haunts him for the rest of his life.
And
to be honest.
and she keeps making fun of him because it still hurts her.
Right.
And she's making a joke out of it to cope, and he's not getting up. He's doubling down because he thinks
Is
it's
there
funny.
any way back from this? Your boyfriend says you're a solid 8 out of 10.
I think the first time
And
it
then doubles
happened,
down.
I would have been like crying, and then that would be bad.
Right. And then he'd have to fix the crying.
He'd fix
so
that
he would
immediately,
know right
and then he'd
away.
be like, "I'll never do that again." But they're engaged, so I think she can. I think. Well, he's 36.
The worst thing about this is
College is over.
He's not really realizing that it's not funny.
It's not funny.
And I think that's probably what scares her.
She's funnier. I can't. I know I can't. I know I can turn heads at the local deli. We both laughed at that.
Yeah, right.
She's
No, it's a good
funnier.
line.
Seems hotter.
But it's not even. This isn't a competition. Like
But
like
it became a competition now.
right. But I've
And
been
now I'm upset.
chosen. Now we have to. Well, that's why I don't like saying I've been chosen.
That's
like
true.
I don't want to be looked at and go by who him.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I don't want to not choose someone. That's why I don't like the wording of chosen. In the same way that 8 out of 10. Who the fuck are you? I mean, for him to say 8 out of 10, now it becomes when you point the finger. Three point back at you.
Yeah.
So if I said someone's an 8 out of 10, then they go, who are you?
Yeah.
And now you have nothing to stand on.
Yeah.
And it's like, because people used to say that charcuterie, what do you know about meats and cheeses? I know nothing.
Right.
That's why I go words.
Yeah.
That's why I do a fucking poem,
Yeah, and it's like it's objective. When you put numbers to it, it becomes more solid.
Right. So this guy is a deal breaker. If it happened while
Yeah.
you were dating, I don't know how you'd come back from it as a dater now that you're engaged. I think there's a talk that has to happen. I think you have to say to him like, hey, I get hurt just thinking about this, and I'm listening to this podcast and there's a dude that's saying that you sound not funny doing it.
Yeah.
So I probably agree with a lot of people. I don't think anyone, like I also know this. When your friends start to get married, when men start to get married, the talk about women changes immediately. Like the idea of like who's hot, who's not. A lot of people pull out of that game because the minute they're not sitting there on potential, now they're sitting there with here's the relationship I'm in. They get a little bit more worried about being pointed at and called out and having to hear what someone else thinks of their relationship. So they pull back.
Yeah.
it is, this guy will pull back, but I don't want this to be your lasting memory of how he used to be before you kind of like bragged, when he did brag about his girlfriend.
Yeah.
So let's do some emails. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready to read.
UUP@betches.com. Tess, you're going to read this email. Let's get to it. Listen, this podcast is a solid 10 out of 10.
It's a 10 out of 10.
We're killing it.
We're having a lovely time.
Right.
And it doesn't even need to be rated.
No, well, we do need to be. I would actually say we do. On Apple.
Not for me.
And you
Please
can
don't
rate
rate me,
on many
actually.
different platforms. Please, God, rate us. That helps us a lot.
Rate, not me.
Yeah, rate Tess. She's
Please
doing a great job.
Speak in abstracts.
Yeah.
Maybe a color
Yeah.
something for me, but I don't need a number. Okay.
Just write in the comments that
You know
Tess
what?
and Jared were
Guess
Paul,
my age and weight. Why don't you?
Paul yeah. They were Paul Giamatti. Is that how you say it?
Who?
Paul Giamatti? Polygaki? Polititti?
Pulchritudinous.
Pulchritudinous. Okay.
Pulchritudinous. Okay, I'm going to read the next email.
Go for it.
Hey, Jared and Jordana and guest. That's me, Tess.
That's you.
My boyfriend, 28 male, and I, 26 female, are thinking about moving in together.
Do you live with your boyfriend?
We're about to move in together.
Whoa!
Literally in 2 weeks, so this is perfect.
Where are you guys moving?
Brooklyn, downtown Brooklyn.
Downtown Brooklyn.
Yeah, baby.
1 bedroom, 2 bedroom?
1 bedroom.
Look at that.
I
Okay,
know.
so we are going to be on top of one another.
Yep.
We are moving in.
Washer dryer in unit. I'm
Whoa,
so excited. Yep.
Look at Betches is paying its
We're moving
employees
up.
well. Okay.
Okay, we've been dating over a year and our relationship is honestly amazing. I love him so much and I really feel like he's the one. And he feels the same about me and I can't imagine our relationship being healthier. Okay.
Love it.
Part of the reason we're considering it is practical. Living in New York is expensive, yes. And with our commutes and work schedules, we don't see each other as often as we'd like. So moving in would make life easier and give us more time together. Typical NYC relationship thing. That's true. That said, okay, I've been feeling some unexpected anxiety about this next step. It's not about him or us. It's more like fear of the unknown. We've never lived with a partner before, and the idea of changing our routines and sharing a space makes me feel nervous. I keep asking myself, what if things are better the way they are now? What if living together changes everything? Am I moving too fast? Part of me is excited and ready, but this other part of me keeps spiraling with what ifs. I hear you, girl. I usually handle my anxiety well, but this feels different. I wonder if it's a tiny avoidance streak sneaking in, even though I've always thought of myself as an anxious attachment. We gotta get coffee.
Wait a minute, you're a full human being with multiple,
I know.
She's so stuck in these labels.
I
It's like,
love the anxious attachment. Oh my God.
I think this is all bullshit and stupidity.
Oh my
but
God,
go
we have
ahead.
so much to talk about. Has anyone else felt this kind of anxiety before a big relationship step? How do you overcome overthinking? Girl, let me know. Oh my God. And just enjoy moving forward with someone you truly love. Having to share an address, terrified to think about the future.
Okay, so Tess, you're moving in with your boyfriend a year and a half. This is the timing, totally
Also,
normal.
First
First move
man
in,
I've ever
first
lived
man
with.
you've ever lived with.
Yeah, and I've been living alone for 5 years. So yeah.
How do you feel? So this is kind of reflecting how you're feeling right now.
Yeah, I really resonate with her. I also I feel very confident that we'll live well together. But I also hear her anxiety of oh my God, we're in a new space. How is this going to work? There will be conflict. So welcoming that. I'm really worried about my digestive system and how I'm going to go to the bathroom. One toilet. We got a sound machine. So I think
That's
think
fun.
about that, girl.
Okay.
So I
Toilet
hear you.
brush next to the toilet. That's always a good thing. Yeah.
I also always candles, always matches.
Yeah.
It's important.
Right. How do you deal with spritzes on the mirror?
You clean them
Right away.
right away.
Oh my God.
I actually,
make sure your guy listens to this episode.
but also in my
'Cause
relationship,
I spritz all over that mirror and it's going to get cleaned when the housekeeper comes.
okay, as long as you have a housekeeper.
Yeah, but it won't be right away.
That's not. That could be changed.
Okay.
It takes 2 seconds, but also
I like that Tess was like, okay. Yeah.
But also, I am the more messy one.
Okay, that's good.
I have a lot more clutter, a lot more things. I actually have become cleaner in our relationship. So I actually have grown a lot. No dishes in the sink when the night ends. I have grown. But I hear her anxiety. I'm nervous.
Right.
But I'm also excited and it feels like it is such a big step, but it doesn't have to be.
So I'll give some perspective as someone who has moved in with someone and then moved out.
Ooh.
So I've done both.
Okay.
I've done the thing that people would probably be afraid of.
Yeah.
Going in, they'd be like, "Oh my God, what if we break up and I have to move out?" Well, I'll say to you from the other side, it works out. It's fine.
Yeah.
You're gonna be okay. If you move in and then move out, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna learn about yourself. You're gonna learn about what you're looking for. It's all gonna be positive at some point. It's gonna feel negative in the moment, but you're gonna be okay. I think she needs to let go of like all of these. I think that her biggest problem is holding back from being excited about this moment.
Yeah.
She wrote in the beginning, "Our relationship is amazing. I love him so much. I really feel like he's the one. He feels the same about me. I can't imagine our relationship being healthier." What an amazing, I wish I had that amount of just delusion. Like, I wish I had that. Like,
it's lovely.
Isn't it nice?
It's so nice.
If I'm looking at this email, and again, like, listen, when it comes to my own life, I'm careful, I'm precious. I get it. I hear her anxiety. I'm thinking about the future. I'm backing out of things because it's going to be hard. I'm telling her the same way I would tell myself. The second paragraph of this, she's got to get rid of it. Get rid of this shit. Part of the reason we're considering it is it's practical. Living in New York City is expensive. With our commutes and our work schedule, we don't see each other as often as we'd like. So moving in would make life easier and give us more time together. Fuck that shit. You're not moving in together because of New York. You're moving in together because you want to move in together.
And build a life together.
And you want to see what the next step feels like, looks like, and that's a wonderful thing. And it might not work out, but it probably will because you are motivated and you're excited.
Yeah.
And I think when you bring up, and this happens all the time in New York, this whole idea of like, we're moving in because look at economically, and it's all an excuse for you to hold back how excited you truly are.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, be a fucking idiot, delusional loser, and get excited to let this, because I think that will wash away all the other stuff. The minute you start slowing down.
This is good for me to hear too.
I think you need to hear this too. I thought this actually as I'm saying it.
Because girl, anxious avoidant, like I'm trying to be secure every day. I hear you. And I think there's so many logistics. Me personally, I get less overwhelmed with my relationship part of it and more overwhelmed with the like, I am now deciding what couch this is. And me picking a couch for myself took forever. And now I'm also trying to pick a couch with someone else and I don't know what they're thinking. And so it's like this like choice paralysis. So I think I'll project onto this and be like, my anxiety about moving in is more about all the tasks and the decision making and the logistical organization of like moving physically. And I think that can bleed into the like, but like, what am I doing with this relationship of it all?
It's like the minute you slow down, you know, you ever walk towards, I call it like the walk dance. You ever walk towards someone?
Oh yeah.
And then they go one way, you go the same way, and then you go one way, they go and now you're stuck in this one spot.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
If you know how you don't have that happen? I figured out the answer to the walk dance.
What is it?
If you look at where you're going and not the person in the eye, when you look the person in the eye, you follow them. You end up going like right into them. If you look where you're going, you'll never go into them.
Right.
You are setting the pace. So when you look towards where you're going, which is, I think what she needs to look in the mirror and say is, I have this great new apartment. I can afford it. I'm going to move in with someone that I really have a great time with.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That's all you have to say. The whole, like, that's why I like roll my eyes. Anxious, avoidant, anxious, you know.
But she's an overthinker.
Hippopotamus.
She's gonna think through all these things and then.
But I'm saying if she just repeats to herself, I can afford it, I have a great place, and I'm moving in with someone I like.
Yeah.
That's all that really matters here.
Yes.
What else? Give me one thing that matters beyond that.
Oh, nothing. You're totally right.
Okay.
But as someone who had a little bit of a mentee from choosing mattresses, like I hear you.
But if you said, we're getting this mattress, tell me, I'm your boyfriend that you're moving in with.
We're getting this mattress.
No, what? That mattress? I haven't even laid on it. Can I see it? Where do I find it?
So I don't like this game.
What?
I'm like, wait, you're saying no to me? This
right.
isn't. You're
Well,
not
I
my
haven't
boyfriend.
seen it. Let me see it. Where's the mattress?
It's coming in the mail.
So you got it in the mail and you didn't even check it with me?
Well, no, of course I did.
What made you like it?
Well, no, see, this wouldn't happen because we would have talked about before
Well, I'm just saying I'm saying if you made a decision on a mattress, you would have a reason for making that decision.
Of course.
So
okay.
why'd you get the mattress?
Because we need a mattress. But we did it together. It was so much fun. Have you ever done mattress shopping?
I've gone in. I like that they wear lab coats.
Okay, the one I went to.
Did they wear lab coats?
No.
They used to at the mattress store. They would wear lab coats like they were doctors.
Oh my God.
And they were like, "I'm your sleep expert." And you're
Yeah.
like, "Can you imagine? You go to work at a mattress store and they're like, "Here's your lab coat and a stethoscope."
And you're like,
"Good
what?
luck." Yeah.
I just think it's so, you lay in the mattress and then like they're talking to you while you're both like in bed. And
Right.
you're like, what is happening? It just feels
So
very weird.
The mattress was a good decision that you enjoyed.
It was a good decision.
So what you brought up the mattress?
Of course, because at first I was like, these things are so expensive. Like you move in together. It's her saying like it's practical. It really like, yes, maybe you're saving money on rent, but like to buy new things and to like move all your stuff in together, like it costs money. You're not like,
so does any new place.
Exactly.
And if you moved in alone, it would cost 100% on you.
Yeah, 100% on you.
So
yeah, I guess you're right.
see, I can break down any qualm you have about moving in with someone.
Okay.
Any. You bring up any issue you have moving in with your boyfriend. I will tell you why it is not an issue.
Okay, my biggest qualm, and this isn't with him, it's more just with moving.
Okay.
Couches.
Okay.
I'm aghast at how expensive a couch can be.
Okay.
And I don't do well with choices. Also, I feel like I am the creative director of this endeavor.
Okay.
Which means I'm also particular.
Okay.
So I want to try all the couches.
Okay.
I want to see all the options. Whereas I think men, and I'll also say for Jackson, it's like, that's a great couch. Let's get that one. And I'm
Right.
like, but we need to see all the other couches because if we don't see all the other couches, we don't know if we got the best deal or if it feels right. Da, 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 da.
Right.
Overthinking.
No, I think that's the right amount of thinking.
Oh, okay, great.
Why is that overthinking?
Because a couch is a couch.
Yeah, but that's how he thinks, not how you think.
Right. And I want to try all the couches.
So have you tried them all?
I've been to a few.
What's your price range?
What I really want to do is get it for free.
Okay.
Because I want to sit on a couch and make a video and someone say, there's your free couch.
Okay.
I also I think it's I don't know if you feel this way, but I think it's ingrained in me to find the deal. Just my dad was a deal guy. Like he was a coupons guy. So I'm
Sure.
like, how do I find a deal?
Yeah, well,
and the
getting
best
it for free would be the best deal.
The best deal
in
is for
town.
free.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay. So none of this is a reason to not move in with your boyfriend.
Of course not.
Yeah, and also let's look at the positive. Your boyfriend is good with any couch you choose.
I know.
How
He's
great is
perfect.
that? So so look
He
at that.
literally doesn't care.
So I think this woman needs to do what we're doing right here.
We need to
Take a look at any decision.
and just go, it's all good.
Well, not just it's all good, but like I'm moving in with someone I like. I got a great new apartment, and it is something I can afford.
Yeah.
Beyond that, all the other problems will wash away.
Yeah, that's
And
so
if you
true.
end up breaking up with each other, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine. There's so many couches
Right.
you could try.
Well, the couch, you just go, do you want it? When I broke up,
Yeah,
when
what
I
happened?
ended it, I said I would pay for everything, throw money at it. Mm-hmm. No debt is worse than a woman calling you to say that you didn't pay for enough. No
Really,
debt is
just take
worse
it.
than woman scorned.
That's true.
That's merch.
Because we're vengeful. Yeah,
That's
put that on
right.
a t-shirt.
All right, Tess, thank you for coming on.
This was so
This
fun.
is fantastic. If you are a listener this deep into the episode, that means you had a good time. I want you to subscribe to the episode, subscribe to the show, comment, let us know what you liked, what you didn't like. Any feedback, we'll take it, we'll look at it, we'll run with it. I like specific feedback. I like when you say like minute 12, I disagree with this. Don't just say Jared was rude. Like that's not really feedback. That's not
Yeah.
really caring about us. I want Jared, your opinion on this fucking sucks. That's okay.
And I'd like to just live in delusion. So please don't comment anything
Love it.
other than beauty and pulchritudinous.
Okay. So Paul Giamatti for her. Specifics for me.
Great.
We'll be back next week. Rate, review, subscribe. Boom.